Okay. Think we're good? Yeah. Yeah, we live. All right, cool. The hell did I just do? Okay. Think we are live. All right, so yeah, we're good. Okay, you guys can hear me loud and clear? I know. Okay, all right. So there's a lot I want to talk about, clearly. So I'll just go over step by step. We'll go for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge, Cardano. I'm not going to do XRP because who cares about XRP, but I just want to explain the levels right now just so everyone understands. We are not in a buying market, right? So we haven't been in a buying market for quite a while now. And I'll explain to you guys a chart. And I've talked about this in the previous streams as well, but there's a lot of new folks here, so I just want to quickly explain again. Right now, the market is in a capitulation mode. How do we know? Well, number one, you can see that we continue to use the exponential moving averages as resistance. Every single person that bought here as a dip, bought here as a dip, bought here as a dip, all got destroyed and wrecked and liquidated. I'm probably the only one out of the few that keeps saying don't look for long positions. And the reason why was I was expecting this sort of situation to happen. When you have a massive Bart like this, when you have such a large Bart, in 7 years, I don't think I've ever seen such a large Bart formation in my life. And I genuinely mean that. A Bart this disgusting, I have never seen in a very long time. And you guys saw that $25 million position get liquidated. There's a lot of people that lost a lot of money here. And the reason why, again, is when you play with Bart formations, you have to be very careful. The problem with a Bart, and again, for those of you that are new and don't understand a Bart, think of it like a Simpsons character, that Bart, right? So this is his face, and then that's pretty much a Bart. For a long time, I used to watch these formations, and I always saw it pretty much where the move set started. So pretty much where the initial move started. When a Bart formation would complete, it always completed at the end of the move set, right? So we're looking at around this region right here, around the 79 to 77 region. We don't know exactly where we're going to drop, but you can see 79 as of right now is broken, and we continue to push lower. The thing about Bart formations, what you want to be very careful of is you always want to keep that in mind that if a level structure is broken, that's why you see such momentum come into the market. The same thing that happened at 86.5. We played the wick break yesterday. We saw the capitulation towards the downside. I said, look, I'm not looking for any trades. We'll reevaluate if 86.5 is rejected. If 86.5 got rejected, then we were looking for a continuation short. But again, remember, I told you, we're only looking for shorts on wick breaks. We saw the wick break here at 81.9. What happened? 82.2. Market immediately broke to 81.3. What happened next? Everyone started longing at 81.3. Market broke 81.3. We wicked down to 79.9. Guess what? Everyone's going to long here. Market's going to wick down again to 77. You do not want to catch a falling knife, and that goes across the board for everything. That's why the market, when you see such a large drop, you're better off shorting. You're better off looking for short positions than you are for long positions. And I'm sure you guys remember that from when we originally had the Trump candle. When we broke out, I kept saying no shorts, no shorts, no shorts, only longs. This is simple because as long as we trade above the exponential moving averages, we're in a bull market. We're long, we're having fun. When we start trading below the EMAs, that's when we're looking for shorts only. It's a very simple indicator, guys. Look at the daily structure here. You can see that ever since we hit around the 98K region, everyone thought the bottom was in. The bottom was not in on the daily structure, right? We didn't break above the exponential moving averages. We had the capitulation candle, the bullish or bearish engulfing, followed by another one, followed by another one, followed by another one. And that's what I'm saying. It's been about 5 days of straight downhill movements. And we're not talking about downhill movements, guys, of $1,000 or $2,000. We're talking about downhill movements of $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 Bitcoin drops. We have to understand that's quite large, but this is necessary. This was very necessary for a very long time. I've been very bearish in terms of a corrective move. For you guys that have been part of the Telegram, I told you, all of you, I sold at 106. I'm out of the market, 90% spot positions gone, and I'm just leverage trading now at this point and just doing a few meme coins here and there, but nothing crazy, right? I don't have a lot of skin in the game anymore because the time to do it was at a 106 when Trump launched his meme coin. Me personally, the rest of the market was bullish. I was bearish. I said, look, Trump launching a coin is not a good thing for the market overall. People thought I was an idiot. Well, those same people got liquidated. So congratulations, you played yourself. So now looking at the current structure though, where exactly is the bottom? That's the main question everyone wants to know. And a lot of folks really want to understand the fact that, hey, when can I start looking for buying opportunities? Because guess what? Ethereum's at 2100, Cardano's at 60 cents, Dogecoin's at 18 cents. Everyone's looking at it from a buying opportunity. So in my opinion, again, this is completely my opinion, but if I was looking for dollar cost averaging or any sort of spot positions, there's two ways of playing it. Number one, if you're trying to catch a falling knife, you first have to understand where exactly the falling knife possibly looking to end. Well, in this sort of situation, we could easily go around into the 77 to 76K range. That's number one, right? If we are going to see any sort of relief, again, we already hit around 79.4. Not a bad level to start looking into positions. But again, me personally, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until the market can at least break above the EMAs or at least even get a relief rally. That's when I'll start looking for possible situations for long opportunities. Because right now, as long as we're trading below, my worry is the market's just going to continue falling back towards the downside, right? We can easily just see another continuation like this. And it's not something I would necessarily want to be looking for buying opportunities. And I gave you guys this example a few days ago as well. The same people that are telling you to buy the dip here at 90K, the same people that tell you to buy the dip at 86K, are the same morons now panicking and telling everyone what should they do, why is the market going down? And you can tell from the tweets and just in general from the conversations I'm sure the other people, VIP groups or whatever are having. The issue is, again, the market doesn't care about your feelings. Right now, we are in a capitulation Bart. A capitulation Bart can go very bad, right? As you guys are seeing that live. It's disgusting. And in terms of altcoins, when Bitcoin drops, right now, altcoins are getting decimated. That's why I'm not really looking for buying opportunities on alts. You can see Ethereum trading at $2,100. Do you guys understand? Do you understand how crazy that is, guys? I said, look, if Ethereum ends up losing its wick here around 2257, 2100 is going to play out. We wicked exactly at 2122. Does that mean all of a sudden I'm looking for a long position? No, it does not mean I'm starting to look for a long position because guess what? If I long here and the market breaks 2122, what do you guys notice here? Do you guys see this? Do you see this massive gap gap here? Because there's no support in between this level now. So if Ethereum ends up breaking that, we're going to see a capitulation and we're going to see even larger liquidation fest happen. That's why if I'm trading, obviously from momentum side of things, we want to just trade the wick breaks. Every time that wick ends up breaking, you short. And you're shorting because number one, you have the EMAs being used as resistance. You can see that the bar formation is playing out. And number three, of course, these levels have already been tested before. Why is the market coming back down to the same level if we were truly looking for the next leg up? That should be the number one question you guys ask yourself. Every time you see a trade possibility, why did the market come back to the same level? If we were truly at some sort of bottom, this capitulation that happened right here on Cardano, for example, 84 cents down to 51 cents in one candle. If we were truly at the bottom, we would have seen a bullish engulfing break above the EMAs, followed by a retest of support, and then continuation. That would have been confirmation for the leg. What happened instead? Right? Market came and rejected. We rejected that zone. So that's why, number one, is that's what you're pretty much paying attention to when you're looking for long-term buying opportunities, or even as leverage traders. You guys always say, oh, when do I know when to stop shorting? When do I know? You don't. No one does, right? No one can truly say, okay, this is where the bottom is going to be, just like nobody could say where exactly the top is going to be. And again, for all of you that are joining, my channel is completely free, right? I don't charge you guys for anything. I literally don't have a course. I don't have a Signal chat. It's just one Telegram where I post my ideas and I say, hey, this is where I think things are going, and people make money from that. So looking at Bitcoin right now, the main thing that I'm paying attention to is around the 77K range. That's pretty much the next support area. Whether or not, that of course means that we're not looking for shorts here, right? So again, be very careful here. You're not looking to ladder in your shorts because Pingu said 77. No, because again, if you were going to short, your short should have been up here at the wick, because that's a guaranteed trade money trade, right? Guaranteed for the wick to break, guaranteed profit to 81. If 81 broke, again, you can ride your short all the way towards the downside. But right now, would I be shorting here? And no. And the reason for that is if the market decides to relieve any sort of relief here, then I am now a bottom short. And that's very dangerous when you have such a large move towards the downside, right? So instead, what I would be doing here is simply sitting on my hands and waiting for the 4-hour candle to close. That's my next point. We have 1 hour until the next 4-hour candle opens. That's where you're going to get the next confirmation. If, of course, the next 4-hour candlestick closes, let's just assume at 81 or 82, then where's the next trade for you guys? Well, the market created a wick at 79.5. I'd look for a break of that structure at 79.5 to enter another short. And that's it. I would just keep riding the shorts all the way down. And by doing this, I'm not risking holding a swing position or a swing trade if the market ends up coming back upwards. So do you guys see how that makes sense? You're not looking for swing positions here. You're a scalper. Think of it like someone that's going to be in and out of the market extremely fast. That's who you are. That's where you have to train yourself to be. We trade on 4-hour intervals. That's it, right? We're only looking for 4-hour candlestick closes. Why? Because the move sets are a lot larger. But looking at altcoins in general right now, guys, unfortunately to say, I don't think altcoins are anywhere near where we need to be. This does not mean that the bull market is over. Again, I see the comments, are we done for 4 years? No, this doesn't mean that the bull market is over. It simply means the fact that we were looking for a corrective move, and now we're experiencing that corrective move. And I'll give you guys a perfect example of this. Bear with me, okay? So look at this Bart formation right now. We've seen the Bart 106 all the way down to 80, and I've shown this chart before too. If I go to the previous, look, see these little Barts? Like, I've drawn these for years, but look basically from the previous all-time high from 2021. Look what happened during that time period. Okay, so you can see that we've seen that Bart play out multiple times. And I think right now what we're experiencing is this original Bart. So again, this happened during the bull run as well back in 2021. We had a huge move towards the upside. Market peaked at around 64. And then, of course, we saw capitulation going all the way down into around 58K, right? So that's where you have to be very careful with these Bart formations. You don't necessarily want to get caught out. What happened next? Market came back. So you can see we capitulated, right? Sorry, all the way down to 29K. My apologies. So 64 down to 29. Everyone thought it was over. Market came back. We had a next leg opportunity all the way breaking all-time high, and that's where I think is going to happen next once this Bart formation completes. I don't think the bull market is over necessarily. What I think instead is going to happen here is we're probably going to see something like this, where the market does something like this. What happened in 2021 happens again, where we have this Bart formation, the Bart formation completes, the corrective move is done, wiping out those longs from the elections. Pretty much all these folks here made free money towards the top. And again, now we're just seeing that liquidation fest towards the downside. All of these stop losses are being hit. So that's what I'm expecting in terms of the market. Nobody knows when exactly the bottom is going to be. And that's not my job to sit here and tell you, oh, you know, I think 77.369 is, but no. If I told you guys that, I'm a shitty person and a shitty trader. My job is to simply let you know the fact that every time we are seeing this capitulation, we have a directional trade. And right now the direction is short. No one knows if it's going to bounce to 79, 75, 73, whatever. All we know right now is as long as we continue to break these wicks, we're just trading into the volume. It doesn't matter how good it looks. And I'll keep saying this, guys. Someone told me yesterday, hey, Solana's at 140 bucks. Can I take a spot position? Because I don't think it's going any lower. And I told that person the same thing. It can go lower. It doesn't care about your feelings. And look at Solana, right? We did wick to 126. Right now, if market structure does end up seeing capitulation to 73, the bottom for Solana, well, not bottom, but like the support, next support for Solana is 118. It's kind of crazy to think about, $118 Solana when Trump launched at 290, right? So yes, unfortunately, it is pain. The market is brutal right now, but that doesn't mean you have to give up necessarily. These are learning opportunities. But guess what, guys? Let me explain something to you, okay? There is some good news. The next leg up is going to make probably the most money for a lot of people. Why? Because the next leg that's going to happen is going to be violent. It's going to be quick. And for altcoins, it's going to be massive. And that's where the most money is probably going to be made, because not only from altcoins, but meme coins, just in general, the whole space should be able to see the massive gains across the board. And that happens every bull market. First leg down, huge correction. Second leg is where the most money will be made. And I will tell you guys again, there will be a time when I say for spot positions, these are the things I'm buying. Right now is not that time. I haven't talked about spot positions in how long now, right? And the reason for that is, again, there's no reason for those spot positions to be playing right now when the market is in capitulation mode. So what did we learn today? We learned that we're not looking for long positions, because what can happen tonight for Asia hours? We can continue seeing a breakdown to 77, 76, if not 73. It can happen. Yes, it can, right? So what we're waiting for from a bullish structure is a break above these yellow and white lines and a candle holding as support. Again, it's very important. A break above followed by retest as support. And if we close above that level, that is your confirmation that this was the local bottom, and now we're looking for buying opportunities. Until that happens, though, we are still short, short, short. Yes, it can go lower, and it will go lower, right? We have to be very careful. And there are traders out there that are looking at this right now and saying, okay, well, you know, it's a nice bounce from 79 to 81, whatever, cool. Yes, you can technically take these trades on supports, but the problem is, for those folks that traded at 81.3 on support and broke support, they got liquidated. So that's the issue, right? When you're trading like that, you're also taking a huge risk with support. My personal opinion, you're better off just shorting into support, playing that momentum. Like I said, I've told you this many times. If you see the market test the same level twice, on the third test, it always ends up breaking. So what you want to do is, for example, right here, 82.2 tested twice, and now this candle is the third test. We want to short into volume. And I'll give you a perfect example of this on Cardano, right? So this is a perfect, very clean example. If you're new to the channel, just take this as you will. If you never come back, cool. Just learn this at least before you go. Number one, look at how many times Cardano was testing 62.98. One test, two test, three test, and then the initial break, right? So again, if the market wanted to bounce, even from the original test, it would have broken above the exponential moving averages last night, but it didn't. It actually used them as resistance. Came back down, second test. Cool. Market had another opportunity. Bulls had another opportunity to break above. They couldn't. Market came back down again. Now, the fourth time, do you see what I'm saying? The more times these support levels are tested, you basically want to be shorting into that support. You want to be shorting into that volume. You don't want to be that person that, of course, looks for long positions every support retest, because if the break happens, you're liquidated. So I hope that makes sense for you guys. So I'm just going to read this chat real quick. Called it. Yeah, thanks for the heads up. Even though I can't short, I'm on RH. Listen, if you're on Robinhood, I've talked about this many times before. Like, Blowfin is literally the greatest thing ever. It's in the link. I don't know why a lot of people are like, I would never be on Robinhood in my life, mostly for shorting perspectives. Because again, with Robinhood, the thing is, even if you want to buy just from a spot position, cool, but you're basically losing money, right? Shorting is insane. It's insane money right now. Do you guys think Trump will drop all tariffs? Again, with tariff talk, I'm not a political person, nor am I a macro person. You guys might have noticed that I never talk about what's going on in the world, whatever. I'm a chart guy. I only care about charts. I only care about supports and resistances and just the breaks. I never talk about the macro, because to me it's all noise. I don't really care for it. Obviously it does have a play, right? Trump's tariffs did have a play in this dump, but I don't think this whole picture of a dump position was because of Trump specifically. I don't think so. I think this was a long overdue correction, and I'm glad we got something like this, because this makes me very bullish for the next leg. What do you expect with Ethereum? Well, Ethereum I still think will sooner or later hit all-time high. Right now, though, we're... this is the problem. Okay, let me explain to you what Ethereum the problem is. So I talked about this 2 streams ago, but I'll talk about this again. So look at Ethereum, right? And I just talked about the supports, but the reason why Ethereum capitulated like this is because we've already tested these levels so many times. And I apologize for all the lines here. I'm trying to make it as clean as I can, but the problem right now with Ethereum, guys, is 2122 was tested once, twice, 3 times. This is my issue with Ethereum, is because the next drop is at $2,000 Ethereum, if not $1,900 Ethereum. That's the issue, right? And the bigger issue is that this candle right now has already seen these tests multiple times. So if Bitcoin does drop to 73K, it's going to be a flash crash on Ethereum as well. So no, I'm not looking for spot positions on Ethereum. I don't think it's ready yet. I do think, like, long-term, if you're a long-term buyer, like someone that's 3 to 5 years out, this is an awesome price. But if you're someone that's looking for like 6 months to a year, I'd probably wait until better confirmations. And I said this at 2,400 too. A lot of people at 2,400 were saying, oh my God, Ethereum at 2,400 is free. And I said, no, it's not. Because again, if you lose 2,400, the next stop is 2,100. And that happened, right? So you got to be careful with these things. You got to be very, very careful. What is the best exchange to short in the US? So Blowfin, I'll say it one more time. It's in the bio, link in the bio. Blowfin is the greatest, no KYC. Very simple. Open an account. You're ready to go. So it is in the bio. Yeah, so appreciate you, Pingu, for taking the time to teach your viewers, dropping. Yeah, no, of course. Again, guys, my job. Okay, look, seriously. My job is to protect you. And I've been saying this for the past 2 years. I don't give a shit. I can charge you guys for chords. I can charge you for signals. I don't want to. Because guess what? In times like this, people that don't know anything in this market, or first cycles, or people that in general just don't understand technical analysis, this is what is the difference between me and all of those people, right? I am that one person that is your reality check. At 106K, I was your reality check, and I said, look, I am closing my positions. I'm out of the market because I think the fact that we are expecting a corrective move. At 94K, I gave you guys the Bart formation. You can go in the Telegram and check. I gave you guys the Bart formation. I said, look, this is my tinfoil hat moment. This is what I think is going to happen in this market, and I think the Bart formation is going to complete. That is me protecting you guys. That is me letting you know that, hey, this is a possibility. If I was someone on YouTube, like most of these YouTubers, and just screaming, hey, buy the dip, moon boy, going to the moon, all of them are wrecked. All their followers are wrecked too. And that's the thing, guys. I don't need to sit here all day. I chart for you. I'm sitting here. I kid you not, guys. I don't know how to explain this to you. I sit in parking lots sometimes while I'm driving. If a moveset happens, Cardano, I was literally sitting in a parking lot charting and letting you guys know, hey, Cardano's gonna break. Get ready for the break. I was literally sitting in a parking lot. I'm not even joking. I was on a drive, and then I saw the break happen close, and I'm like, oh shit, gotta pull over and make sure these guys eat. I gotta make sure that these guys are ready for the break, because again, I might have saved someone from that 81K, 86 or 82K drop, and they might have closed their position and went short instead, right? So again, that's what I do, why I do it. If I don't message the Telegram, it's because I'm busy, right? A, there's no trade, or B, I'm busy. But the whole point of these live streams is they're all recorded. You can go back and watch these live streams over and over until you get it. There's thousands of hours of content I put on YouTube. There is no excuse from a single person in this chat right now to say, I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm not making money. There is no excuse, guys. If you realistically want to, all you have to do, seriously, is just pay attention to what's going on in the market. It's very simple. It's not hard, right? I understand there's emotions and stuff, but the overall scheme, if you still don't get it, go back in the live streams and watch it. Seriously. But yeah. Sorry, I got loud. That's why I started yelling. Anyways, been learning a lot from you. Do you think memes or BTC are the best cryptos to maximize? Yes, I think so, Don. I do think crypto in general is probably the best point in your life in terms of like how quick things can go, right? In terms of P&Ls. But again, it's a double-edged sword, right? So during times like this, it's a kind reminder that it doesn't care about your feelings or your money or your portfolio. When things are going up, everyone's happy. When things are going down, they want to blame someone. And I think right now we're experiencing the blame. So I hope that makes sense for you guys. Yes, again, my Telegram is completely free. I'm not charging anything. I don't have a course. I don't have a mentorship. I do have a mentorship, but it's free, right? There's there is a separate Telegram channel, but it's completely free as well. It's just me posting the educational stuff in there. So there's that too. If you guys want to join that, I'll make another post about it in the Telegram later. But yeah. So does everyone understand what the plan is tonight? We're not trading, right? We're waiting for 77K if it happens. Best case scenario, no longs. Again, no long positions. No long positions. We're simply just letting the market do its thing as of right now. For Asia hours, this is not catch the bottom move set. We're gonna again, I hope we have a relief rally. I really do, because I think the market is exhausted right now. But again, if it doesn't happen, it's not the end of the world. The plan simply is wait for candle close 47 minutes. If we break below the wick again, you can enter a short scalp position, ideally down to 77K. But if the market starts to move back upwards, that is not a trade. That is not a long. You do not want to be these guys here, okay? Does everyone understand? You do not want to be these guys here because they all got liquidated here. The market can easily do something like this and then capitulate again. So that is the plan. Wick low break, short. Wick low break, short. That's it. Super simple. It's not very hard. In terms of altcoins, if I don't post the alt, that means there's no trade available. Cardano, I think, in my opinion, is 58 cents. But you know, again, with Bitcoin, if it does see a relief, I don't want to getting caught holding an altcoin, so that's why I'm pretty much just sitting on my hands here too. I think most of the breaks have already happened for Ethereum, Cardano, Doge. This piece of shit coin. I hate XRP. I'm so happy. I mean, no offense if you're holding XRP, but I'm so happy watching this right now because so many people thought I was an idiot. I love it. I love watching this thing unfold and fail. But hey, guys, seriously, XRP, massive shorting opportunity at $1.90 if it happens, because yeah, there's no support from $1.90 to $1.28. There is none. So there's something for you guys to keep in mind as well. I'll post this in Telegram as well, but $1.90. Why? 1, 2. Guess what? This is our third test. What happens on third test? Capitulation. So yeah, it's about to get real bad for some of these XRP moon boys. But yeah, just keep that in mind. You know, again, it doesn't necessarily have to have the break right away, but just keep in mind that there is a massive trade opportunity coming. So, so yeah. All right. Any thoughts on Doge price? And I don't know. I don't do time frames, guys. I really don't. I don't sit there and tell you, okay, on March 17th, Dogecoin's going to the moon. I'm not that person. I don't have time frames. I'm not a blood moon guy either. I'm just a chart guy. I don't think there is a specific time for all-time high. I think right now the more concern I think most people should be figuring out is where exactly could possibly be a relief rally at what level. We're not guessing, right? Again, we're not guessing. We're simply sitting on our hands and waiting for it, but you have to prepare for that as well. Because if the bullish engulfing happens and we do see a break above, it's going to be very violent, and a lot of these altcoins are going to go crazy. So just keep that in mind too, right? So you want to just be aware of it. If you don't want to take that risk, cool, then you could dollar cost average down. But in my opinion, I'm personally waiting for spot positions because I want Bitcoin to figure out what it's doing first, and then I'll go ahead and look for those positions after. So yeah. No, I can't. NAB, I can't. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not talking about random altcoins, and mostly because if I'm bearish on Bitcoin, I'm bearish on everything. There's no special coin out there. There are, like, you know, that's going to do something magical. And if there is, it's a Ponzi. Like, seriously. So, yeah, I hope that makes sense for everyone, and we're vibing. Cool. All right, that's pretty much it for me. It was a little, I'm surprised there was almost 100 of you in here, so I appreciate you guys listening to me ramble for 25 minutes, and I really hope some of you guys learned something from this. Again, all these streams are recorded. You can go back to all my streams. You can see I've been saying short pretty much for the past 2 weeks now. Well, I want to say 2 weeks. I'll say probably a month. I've been saying just look for short positions. But yeah, my Telegram is completely free again, guys. I will link it in the chat box for you. It's a completely free Telegram, and yeah. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Carlitos, I'll let you know, I promise. I will tell you guys what spot coins I'm buying when the time comes. I promise. I told you guys about this before. I have nothing to hide. I'm a completely transparent person. When the time comes, you will be the first one to know what I'm buying and what I'm doing. Okay? Everyone understand? Okay. No. If you're NAB, no. Just hold. If you're already bag holding from the top, you're bag holding now all the way to the bottom. It doesn't make sense for you to sell cut your losses here at $81,000 Bitcoin when the Bart formation is almost complete. It doesn't make any sense to me, at least to me. If you were gonna cut, you should have cut up here when I was telling everyone, hey, I cut, right? So I don't have Pingu merch. I've thought about it, honestly. I don't even think if people would like it. I'm being honest with you. If I made merch, I don't know if anyone would buy it. I actually wanted my own hat. I think it's a cute logo, so I wouldn't mind wearing it. But yeah. I don't think it's anytime soon. I'm not that big, guys. Let's be real. I'm not really that big. But anyways, I appreciate the likes and comments on these videos. It really does help the channel grow. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. And peace out. Peace out.